You don't get many interns like Felix, so we knew we wanted to kind of give him a little more freedom to push boundaries and kind of push the limits of what this project could be.
I've been sketching Stellantis vehicles for a long time now, so to be in the studio and kind of live out the dream of actually sketching the real projects is amazing. From an early age, I spent a lot of time drawing cars, inspired by the cars that I would see on the road. I remember being in my grandpa's garage and spending time with him and spending time around cars and just being inspired by muscle cars, and that got me into cars in general. My dad was very artistic, so I always had materials to sketch with.
When I was growing up, I knew I loved drawing cars. I knew I loved cars, but I didn't know I could actually design and draw cars as my job. I just assumed I had to do some type of engineering, I had to know about aerodynamics, I had to be good at math, all these things.
My teachers noticed that I drew a lot of cars, so they encouraged me to apply to design programs. I heard about the Drive for Design contest through a friend of mine, and so I decided to submit. It was my first year entering, so I was surprised to place second. Senior year, I decided to enter again, and the prompt was an SRT vehicle of your dreams. And this year, I submitted a fighter jet inspired SRT hypercar.
One thing that's awesome about Drive for Design, it kind of puts the message out there about car design in general. When I was a kid starting to draw cars, I just made a pretty sketch. There was no real substance to it, but a lot of stuff what Felix has been doing, you can tell he's thinking about it from the inside out, and he's developing this whole ecosystem of this project behind me.
I think of this truck as a Lego set. It allows customers to build it to suit their lifestyle. This vehicle has lateral modularity, so it's asymmetrical in certain situations where you might want a longer bed or maybe a shorter bed, or if it's being used for a family or a commuter. It's a very forward-thinking project, but it still harkens back to the original Dodge Power Wagon and its philosophy.
It's got exposed bumpers, exposed fenders. It's done in this very modular, future forward. It's kind of like 100 vehicles in one.
Working with such innovative and fresh thinking designers is very inspiring. The team here are working on a number of projects for 5 or 10 years down the line.
Seeing what he's developed and how it could play into a future business plan, you could see that being a vehicle in the future.
Being around so many talented designers encouraged me to stay on this path and really embrace design as a career.